On a gorgeous southern afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Atlanta, Georgia, and inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Set, ready? 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Yeah, let's get set lunch. Check the hot read. Check three, check three, check three. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. No. Off. Whip.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is brought down at the 22 after a... gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 22-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Look at me, zipper.
That's me. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Hey, pick your game up. Shit.
Here's second and 8. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Pick. Going the other way.
Ready up.
Let's go.
Hey. 5.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Jim. What?
Throwing on first down. Costello gets this one to Hill. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. There he goes, right side. And he'll score. Touchdown. Eagles. Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Falcons nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Check, ready. Go to base. Check 56. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up. Shift. Watch the shift. Kill. Shoot up.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Check 99. Check 99. Sponge. No,
On second down, a run with Breida. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Go. Ship. Watch the ship. That's it.
To throw is King on first and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
Hey, switch gears.
They'll try the left side. It's done. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
It's just me and you.
Operating from the gun, King. Open man is QT, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Let's get off the field, D. Check. Let's walk. Right. Check 24. Watch 24. Under 10. 10.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Go.
They run forward, Breida. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, King. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked picked off inside the 10. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
He can ram. Wait,
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz, it's caught. Smith. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Go. 120.
Here we go.
14, 82, 14.
22, like 22.
Hey, orbit.
Like 22, he's coming, 22.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. He's got Smith here. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the 1st. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
1st down, Eagles.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, stand.
Undercut.
Brickstone, Travis.
Like 22, he's coming, 22's coming. Mike. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Man 5-7.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time.
And an Eagles 1st down.
180.
Right there, 40's Mike. Watch the screen. Pick the edge. Come.
Hey, other side, solid.
Check 13. Kill.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
You go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
I got you. Check 31.
Sunday. Hey, red 5-2, out here.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. He's able to find Wallace. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Great 15. Hey, Haywood. Great.
Check out.
Run.
Check. Switch.
Least 5-2. Least 5-2.
Switch.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Check. He's coming. He's got flare. He's got double up. Presto.
2-jet. Here, shift.
Switch.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 40. Check. He's coming.
Done.
It's out of time.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
No chance. Safe.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd down, done. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They've gone to the 2nd quarter in Buffalo, and the Bills have taken the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. That is caught at the 7. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 36, 36.
Hey, wahoo!
53. 6 man. Check.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Watch the safety creep. Check. Crunch.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Falcons send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. This is fielded at the 27. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Go,
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Go!
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Like 22, like 20.
Check. Like 74.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down now. It's done, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ready. 10 Lobo.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Let's go.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Crash. Check 4. Slam.
Roll out. Big grip.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dunn slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Check. Shift. Watch the eye. Check your hot read. Check 3.
Hey, Sam off. Hit it.
On 3rd down. It's done. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Looking to throw. Costello. And that is going to be incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Running is Jacobs. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go. 20.
Push him back. Push him back.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys to try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
On the snap.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yo, faster.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first down, Costello. And a quick throw here, that's complete. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Protein spill. Go.
Back to throw. Costello. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Dude.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, zoom. Deep river.
Operating from the gun. Costello. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Wentz, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Wentz to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 20. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. On the ball. Switch.
Ready.
To throw on 2nd down. Costello, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Costello. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Looking to throw. Costello. They complete it to Hill.
I got you, boy.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Leo.
Switch it.
Five.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Go. Ready?
I'm coming after you. Check safety.
No.
Get wild.
On first down, Jacobs. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go. 280! For Tokyo! Like what?
From midfield, here's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard
Set, ready? 30 base.
Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check.
Set, go.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia.